Let me hit you with a truth that most men never realize until it's too late. It's not what you say to a woman that matters most. It's what you make her feel about herself when she's around you. Most compliments men give are forgettable, generic fluff that blend into the background noise of her daily life. She's heard "you're beautiful" 1,000 times before. She's been told she has pretty eyes so often it barely registers anymore. But the right compliment, delivered at the right moment with the right intention behind it, that can hit her like a revelation, like a secret about herself she didn't even know she needed to hear until you said it out loud. That's the power we're going to unlock today. I'm going to give you 8 carefully crafted compliments that don't just skim the surface of flattery. They dive deep into her psyche, they touch her soul, they create an emotional resonance that makes her think about you long after your conversation has ended. These aren't pickup lines or cheap tricks. These are verbal keys that unlock the kind of genuine, lasting attraction that superficial compliments could never achieve. And here's why they work so powerfully, because they don't just make her feel good, they make her feel seen, understood, and valued in ways most men never bother to notice. The first compliment that creates this profound impact is telling her, "You see things in a way most people don't." This immediately sets you apart from every other guy who's ever complimented her appearance. You're not commenting on her physical beauty, you're acknowledging her mind, her perspective, her unique way of moving through the world. Women are constantly bombarded with comments about their looks, but how often does someone genuinely recognize and appreciate how they think? When you say this, you're telling her you notice the quality of her thoughts, not just the symmetry of her face. It shows you're paying attention on a deeper level. You're interested in who she is as a person rather than just what she looks like as an object of desire. This kind of compliment creates intellectual intimacy, which is far more rare and valuable than physical attraction alone. The second game-changing compliment is you make people feel comfortable just by being around them. This one is powerful because it's not about her, it's about the effect she has on others. Most women spend their lives trying to make people comfortable, often at their own expense, and rarely get recognized for it. When you point this out, you're acknowledging her emotional labor, her innate ability to create safe spaces for others. This makes her feel profoundly understood because you're noticing something she does naturally without expecting praise for it. It also positions you as highly emotionally intelligent. You're not just observing surface level qualities, you're perceiving the subtle energy she brings to interactions. This builds trust and comfort between you, which is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Third transformative compliment is, "You're more powerful than you realize." This should be delivered at a strategic moment when she's doubting herself, when she's sharing a challenge she's facing, or when she's hesitating to step into her full potential. The key is to say it with quiet conviction, not as empty flattery, but as a sincere observation. Women are constantly conditioned to downplay their strength, to be modest about their capabilities. When you reflect back to her the power she doesn't yet fully see in herself, you become the mirror that helps her recognize her own strength. This creates an incredibly deep bond because you're not just making her feel good in the moment, you're helping her grow into a better version of herself. Fourth next level compliment is, "There's something about you that makes silence feel good." In our hyper-connected, constantly noisy world, the ability to be comfortably silent with someone is rare and precious. Most people, especially men on dates, feel compelled to fill every pause with chatter. When you acknowledge that her mere presence makes silence enjoyable, you're telling her she doesn't need to perform or entertain you. This is incredibly liberating for women who are used to feeling pressure to keep conversations flowing. It shows you're confident enough to enjoy quiet moments and that you value her presence beyond just her words. This kind of comfort with silence creates intimacy faster than hours of small talk ever could. The fifth groundbreaking compliment is, "You don't try to be different, you just are." In a world where everyone is desperately trying to stand out while simultaneously fitting in, this observation is gold. Women are constantly receiving mixed messages: be unique, but not too weird; be confident, but not arrogant. Be yourself, but make sure that self is acceptable. When you point out that her uniqueness comes naturally, without effort or pretense, you're validating her authentic self in a way few people ever do. This makes her feel truly seen and accepted for who she is at her core, not who she's pretending to be. The sixth mind-blowing compliment is, you'd be dangerous if you ever realized how beautiful your mind is. This works so well because it combines admiration with a hint of playful challenge. You're complimenting her intelligence while suggesting she hasn't even fully tapped into her potential yet. It's intriguing because it makes her wonder what exactly you see in her mind that she might be underestimating. This creates a delicious tension. She'll want to prove to you and herself just how powerful her mind can be. It's also refreshing because while women are constantly told their bodies are beautiful, how often do they hear their thoughts described that way? The seventh next level compliment is, you remind me of someone I haven't met yet. This is beautifully enigmatic. It suggests there's something familiar yet mysterious about her, like she's both a memory and a discovery simultaneously. It creates a sense of destiny, like your meeting was somehow meant to be. The vagueness works in your favor because it allows her to project her own meaning onto the statement. She'll find herself wondering who exactly you're comparing her to and why the comparison feels so significant. This kind of open-ended compliment lingers in her mind long after you've said it. The eighth and final master level compliment is, you walk like you own the story no one else has read. This is poetry wrapped in observation. You're telling her she carries herself with the confidence of someone who knows her worth, even if the world doesn't yet understand her full story. It acknowledges her mystery while respecting her boundaries. You're not demanding to know her secrets. You're admiring her right to keep them. This demonstrates a level of perception and emotional intelligence that will make you stand out from every other man she's met. The common thread running through all these compliments is that they don't just praise, they perceive. They show that you're paying attention on a deeper level than most men bother to. They make her feel understood in ways she didn't even realize she wanted to be understood. And that's what creates real, lasting attraction, not clever lines or empty flattery, but genuine recognition of who she is at her core. When you can give a woman that gift of being truly seen, she'll associate those powerful feelings with you. And that's an emotional connection that doesn't fade when the conversation ends. These compliments work because they're not manipulative tricks. They're authentic observations framed in ways that resonate deeply with how women want to be perceived. They demonstrate your emotional intelligence, your observational skills, and your ability to appreciate qualities that go beyond the superficial. That's how you create attraction that's based on something real, something meaningful. And that's how you become a man she can't stop thinking about.